Seniors, are you awake at 3 a.m. again? Your doctor gave you sleeping pills, but those pills cause falls, dizziness, and memory loss. 3 million seniors go to the ER every year because of falls. But what if I told you 1 cup of this natural tea from your kitchen can help you sleep through the night without pills, without side effects, without risking a fall? My own father, age 74, hasn't taken a sleeping pill in 8 months. The recipe is at 2 minutes. But first, the #1 nighttime mistake 90% of seniors make that destroys sleep. If you're over 65 and you're not sleeping, that is not just inconvenient, that is dangerous. Poor sleep at your age is linked to memory loss, heart disease, higher fall risk, and even early cognitive decline. And yet, most doctors hand you a prescription and send you home. But today I'm going to show you something different, something ancient, something your grandmother probably knew, that has been quietly confirmed by modern science: a tea. A specific combination of herbs taken at a specific time that can genuinely transform your sleep. Without drugs, without dependence, without side effects. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand why you can't sleep, what this tea does inside your body, and exactly how to make it tonight. Let's start with the truth that nobody tells you clearly enough. After the age of 65, your body changes in 3 very specific ways that attack your sleep. First, your pineal gland, that tiny pea-sized structure in your brain, starts producing significantly less melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. Young adults produce a nice, reliable surge of it around 9 or 10 p.m. After 65, that surge gets weaker, flatter, barely a ripple. So your brain never quite gets the go-to-sleep signal it used to. Second, your sleep architecture changes. You spend less time in deep, restorative sleep, the slow-wave sleep that actually repairs your body and consolidates memory, and more time in lighter stages where even a small noise, a little light, or a slightly full bladder wakes you right up. This is why you feel like you're sleeping but waking up exhausted. You probably are sleeping, just not deeply enough. And third, your circadian rhythm shifts forward. This is called sleep phase advancement. Your body naturally wants to go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier than it used to. That sounds fine, until life doesn't let you go to bed at 8 p.m. Then you end up out of sync with your own biology, and you pay for it all night long. Now here's what makes this worse. Most sleeping pills, benzodiazepines, Ambien, even antihistamine-based remedies like Benadryl, don't actually fix any of these 3 problems. They sedate you. There's a difference. Sedation mimics sleep, but it doesn't produce the deep, brain-repairing sleep your body needs. And in people over 65, these medications carry serious risks: memory impairment, increased fall risk, daytime grogginess, and dependency. Medical school barely touches herbal medicine. What we're talking about today comes from a different tradition, one that's thousands of years old, and one that modern science is now validating at an impressive rate. The tea I'm about to describe isn't one single herb. It's a synergistic blend, and that word matters. Synergistic means the herbs work together in a way that's more powerful than any one of them alone. I call it the Sleep Restore Blend, and it has 4 key ingredients. Let's walk through each one. Valerian root has been used as a sleep remedy since ancient Greece. The Greek physician Galen prescribed it for insomnia in the 2nd century AD. But here's what's exciting. We now know why it works. Valerian contains compounds called valipotriates and isovaleric acid that interact with GABA receptors in your brain. GABA is your brain's primary calm-down neurotransmitter. Low GABA activity means anxiety, racing thoughts, inability to wind down. Valerian essentially helps your brain stop overthinking and let go. Multiple clinical studies, including a 2006 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Medicine, found that valerian meaningfully improved sleep quality without producing next-day grogginess. This one surprises people. Passion flower sounds exotic, but it grows wild across the American South and has been used by indigenous peoples for centuries as a calming remedy. Like valerian, passion flower works on GABA pathways, but in a slightly different way, which is why combining them is more effective than either alone. A 2011 study in the journal Phytotherapy Research found that passion flower tea improved subjective sleep quality significantly versus placebo in just 1 week. 1 week. That's not a long time to wait for results. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family, and it has a gentle, citrusy scent that immediately calms the nervous system. It's been used in European folk medicine since the Middle Ages, specifically for anxiety and sleep. Its active compounds, including rosmarinic acid, inhibit an enzyme that breaks down GABA in your brain. So while valerian and passion flower boost GABA activity, lemon balm preserves it. Together, they create a beautiful three-pronged approach to calming your nervous system. And then there's chamomile, the humble, underestimated workhorse. Chamomile contains a flavonoid called apigenin that binds to benzodiazepine receptors in the brain, the same receptors that prescription sleep aids target, but gently, without causing dependence. A 2017 study in PLOS One looked specifically at older adults with chronic insomnia. Those who took chamomile extract twice daily for 28 days fell asleep faster, woke up less frequently, and reported significantly better daytime functioning. Think about that. Chamomile, something you can buy at any grocery store, producing results measurable in a clinical trial. All right, let's get practical. Here's exactly how to make this tea. You'll need 1 teaspoon dried valerian root, 1 teaspoon dried passion flower, 1 teaspoon dried lemon balm, 1 teaspoon dried chamomile flowers. You can find all of these at a health food store, a co-op, or online. Look for organic when possible. Loose-leaf dried herbs are better than pre-bagged blends because the volatile compounds that make them effective degrade faster in powdered or overly processed tea bags. The method matters too. Heat your water to just below boiling, around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or about 93 degrees Celsius. Not a full rolling boil. Boiling water can break down some of the delicate compounds in these herbs. Combine your 4 herbs in a tea strainer or infuser, place it in a mug, and pour the hot water over it. Now, and this is critical, cover the mug. Use a small plate or a lid. You're keeping the steam in, and with it, the volatile aromatic oils that are part of what makes these herbs work. Steep for 12 to 15 minutes. Not 3 minutes, not 5. Most people drastically understeep herbal tea and wonder why it doesn't work. Remove the strainer, and if you need it, add a small drizzle of raw honey. Honey contains trace amounts of tryptophan and can actually support melatonin production, a nice bonus. Timing is everything. Drink this tea 60 to 90 minutes before you intend to sleep, not right before bed. You want the compounds to begin working before your head hits the pillow. Think of it like setting the stage. You're dimming the lights in your nervous system before the show ends. Here's what's actually happening inside you after you drink this blend. Within about 20 minutes, the compounds from lemon balm and chamomile begin to cross the blood-brain barrier. They start gently interacting with your GABA receptors, and you may notice a subtle warmth, a loosening of the shoulders, a quiet that starts to settle into your chest. This is not sedation. It doesn't knock you out. It's more like someone turning the volume down on your nervous system from a 9 to a 4. By 45 to 60 minutes in, valerian's effects are building. Your core body temperature begins to drop slightly, which is one of the signals your brain uses to know it's time for deep sleep. Your brain waves slow, the mental chatter gets quieter, and when you do fall asleep, which you will, faster than usual, the passion flower and valerian are working together to help you spend more time in slow wave sleep. That's the deep sleep, where your brain clears out metabolic waste, your immune system does its most powerful repair work, and your memories get consolidated. You're not just sleeping, you're restoring. Here's something else worth knowing. Unlike prescription sleep aids, these herbs do not suppress REM sleep, the dreaming stage. In fact, some studies suggest valerian may actually improve REM quality. That matters enormously for people over 65, because REM sleep is where emotional processing happens, where the brain rehearses motor skills, and where memory consolidation is completed. Now, the tea alone is powerful, but it works best when you pair it with a few other smart practices. And there are some mistakes I see people make that blunt its effectiveness completely. Mistake number 1, drinking it too close to bedtime. I said 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. Respect that window. These herbs need time to absorb and reach your brain. Think of it like preheating an oven. Mistake number 2, drinking it with a heavy meal. A heavy stomach slows absorption significantly. Drink the tea at least 2 hours after your last big meal. Mistake number 3, using your phone or TV right after. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, exactly the chemical you're trying to support. After you drink your tea, dim the lights. Swap the TV for soft music, a gentle podcast, or a physical book. Your brain needs environmental cues to match the internal cues the tea is sending. Now, let's talk about amplifiers, things that make this work even better. Amplifier number 1, magnesium glycinate. Take 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes before your tea. Magnesium directly supports GABA function and helps regulate melatonin. Deficiency in magnesium, which is extremely common in people over 65, is one of the overlooked drivers of insomnia. Glycinate form is best because it's gentle on the stomach. Amplifier number 2, a warm foot soak. This sounds almost too simple, but soaking your feet in warm water for 15 minutes before bed causes blood to rush to your extremities, drawing it away from your core and naturally lowering your core body temperature. That temperature drop is a powerful biological trigger for deep sleep. Amplifier number 3, a fixed wake time. This is the single most underrated sleep intervention in existence. Pick a wake time and do not deviate from it, even on weekends, even if you slept badly. Your wake time anchors your entire circadian rhythm. Within 7 to 10 days of holding it steady, your body will start craving sleep at the right time. Before I wrap up, I want to be completely honest with you. This tea blend is ideal for people who have general age-related insomnia, difficulty falling asleep, waking in the night, early morning waking, or simply not feeling rested. However, if you are currently taking any medications, and especially if you take benzodiazepines, anti-anxiety medications, blood thinners like warfarin, or sedatives of any kind, please speak with your doctor or pharmacist before adding valerian or passion flower to your routine. These herbs are gentle, but they interact with certain medications, and your safety is non-negotiable. If you have liver disease, valerian should be avoided. If you are pregnant, though if you're watching this video at 65, I admire your spirit. Avoid valerian and passion flower. And if your insomnia is severe, chronic, and accompanied by symptoms like gasping during sleep, extreme daytime fatigue, or depressive episodes, please see a doctor. You may have sleep apnea or another condition that requires specific treatment. This tea is a powerful tool, but it's not a substitute for proper medical care when that's what's needed. Here's what I want you to take away from today. You are not broken. Your brain is not broken. Your sleep system has simply changed, and it needs a different kind of support than it did at 40. The Sleep Restore blend, valerian root, passion flower, lemon balm, and chamomile, is one of the most well-researched, time-tested, and genuinely effective natural sleep tools available. It costs less than $1 a night, it has no next morning fog, and it works with your biology instead of overriding it. Tonight, try it. Make yourself a cup, dim the lights, put the phone down, let the tea do what it was made to do. Sweet dreams are not a luxury. At your age, at any age, they're a necessity. You deserve them. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love who's struggling with sleep. And drop a comment below telling me, what time do you usually wake up in the night? I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.